And she love me when I'm in it, and she never be pretending. Nothing is real. She gon' tell you what she bought it, cause she know you can't afford it. Girl, you can get it, looking exquisite, no competition. Stay on the pivot. They be watching, they be plotting. She's so motherfucking independent. Mama be big, got on her grind. She had to get out her mama house. Daddy be tripping, now she be whipping. Ain't no more on granny couch. Fashion over, got that ass looking different. Make me wanna put her all in my mentions.
Hello, hello, hello. Another day of the E-Spot. I cannot wait for you guys to meet my beautiful, talented, handsome guests. I have not only 2 great design stars for you, but they also work together on their own show as well. So they're a great duo, a great team. I can't wait for you to meet them as if you don't already know them. But Trish Beaudet is going to be with me as well as Danny Russo. Let's go ahead and bring Trish in so she can get ladies first, of course. And then we'll bring in Mr. Danny as well. Hi, Trish.
Hey, how are
Hi,
you?
Margaret. Party.
Well, cheers. First of all, cheers. I have my cocktail ready.
I do too, although
Cheers.
I accidentally bought the diet kind, so it's not the tastiest. Yeah, whoops. We'll just pretend. I should have known there was only one left, that it would be the diet one, and I don't do fake sugar.
Diet.
Okay.
I don't do that either.
Now we're bringing in Danny. Here comes Danny. Up. And his
Hello,
assistant's
Danny.
here.
Don't
There
touch
he
that
is.
hand. Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God. I'm
Always
supposed
making
to be
an
able to see
entrance.
myself. I know, right? I'm COVIDly covered up.
You're COVID.
Doing the most. I love it. I love a prop.
We have blackface masks, of course. We have ones coming with Daniel
Send me one.
Cohen.
I need one.
Please don't do that, please.
Send
We're
me
running a
one.
background operation here, like it's like an
Well, can you
underground
tell
TV
your camera
studio.
operator just to move it a hair
Camera
more?
operator.
There we go. Now we can
Perfect.
see
Don't
you.
move. Can you put me back? I want you broadcasting this. You just
Oh.
had it on. We're learning this. Are we on your Facebook?
Most for High Point Furniture Market, because it would have been this week if all things went well, but things have
The
changed.
candy.
Yeah. The corona.
Well, I should have been flying in from Dallas Market, where we had just finished Design Week Dallas. And right now I would be packing the car and getting ready to drive down to see Camille on the radio.
Oh, that's right.
And then life just went to shit. So I was looking forward to seeing you. Trish, I don't know if you were going to come or not.
I was coming. Oh, no, I couldn't come. I was supposed to be in Italy.
Yeah, but we would have been, today would be, I mean, today's Tuesday, so market wouldn't start. We usually get in on Friday, and we
Right.
run in and check everything out while people are setting things up. I was looking forward to, I love the graphic package that they did for Spring Market, and I'm looking for some nice, interesting, weirdo stuff. Like, I'm sick of seeing the same old chair, the same old sofa, the same old blah blah blah. So I was really looking forward. They had a bunch of showrooms move around. A lot of new product launches were about to happen, and now we're all doing them virtually. So I don't know. We were on a roll, and then
I think it'll pick up again soon. Because
It
even
will.
I have been doing virtual design with you. How
yes,
about
you've
you
been
doing
my
a lot of virtual
design
consulting? Which I cannot wait for my new
The
desk.
best part was when I had to tell you how to measure a room, and you were like, "What?" And you pulled out a yardstick, and I'm like, "Just put your husband on the phone."
Still don't know what was wrong about that, but I guess
you did a good job. Everything.
I couldn't find my tape measure, and the only tape measure I had was the one I used for modeling. So it's like my. Oh wow!
And I haven't seen a yardstick in. Hayden's laughing. Hayden, the millennial in the background.
Did your mother beat you with one?
No, I just I asked him 2 years ago what it was because I didn't know what it was, and I remember seeing him in garages like in the 90s.
They used to give them away at carpet stores.
Yeah, 3 feet. Maybe some of the old pools I swam at, were yard pools, not meters. It's very dated.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're pivoting to e-design, and we're doing a lot of that, and it's really I'm actually having fun doing it.
Yeah.
It's making our clients more inclusive. E-design.
Oh.
Oh.
He'll be back. So how about with you? Have you been doing virtual designs or doing?
I I've been just keeping in touch with my clients, you know, obviously via email and that, a lot of phone calls. And then I've just been sending a lot of stuff directly to my clients to take a look at. One of my clients I've been working with more closely on this project. We're doing a waterfront condo renovation. So I've had to go there, but I'll go there like after all the contractors have gotten out of there. And then I go in the evening and take a look at what's been done. So
Now, what were you looking forward to for High Point Furniture Market? We didn't get to address that with you yet either.
yeah, you know, I always just enjoy going and taking a look at all the new products that's come out. What are the new trends? Although, like, you know, when people ask me, like, what's the new trend? I'm like, what do you like?
Yeah. Whatever's
Because
timeless, yeah.
exactly, because I think that that's what is a new trend is like for somebody, it's not like what they like in their taste. I hate it.
Like,
Hey, you have to expect it with Daniel Russo. Just roll with it.
Okay.
Is
Yes,
it you?
it's me.
Hi,
Just like
Danny.
it.
Hi.
oh my
Full
gosh, I love
circle.
you guys. Well, you know, since we're just doing this so casually, might as well go ahead and go to the questions because there are questions already. What tips do you have for making the right virtual selections as far as paint and wallpaper hues, since they can be slightly different online or even
Trish, you want
between
to take it or you want
different
me to go?
computers? Huh?
Trish, do you want to take that one or you want me to go? I'll tell you
Wow.
my trick first. How about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Paint is always the last thing you should pick out. Why is that? Because when you select all your other materials that are going into the room, you want those materials to complement your paint. So those materials are more true to color. When you're painting on your walls, because your walls are not three-dimensional, they're very one-dimensional, you want to see how the light's coming into your house. What exposure are the windows coming in? So you can pick out a color at the paint store, and that color is going to totally change and look different when you put it on a flat surface. Like, look at Trish's wallpaper, for instance. She has 2 different shades of blue. There's actually probably 6 in that strain,
there.
and she has textured paper. So that plays with the light and gives out a true blue reading. But paint is like the last thing you want to pick out, in my opinion, and it's the easiest thing to do. Now, I've been called a painter. I don't call myself a good painter. I call myself a painter. So it's like,
That's what Danny and I have in common because when I was on HGTV, that's all I did. It was like painting.
oh yeah, I can paint, and I can paint very well.
Yes.
But then
we
I
did.
can paint, and if I'm painting for a friend and I'm drunk, or if I'm not, I don't get drunk. If I'm drinking,
Like,
if I'm drinking and painting, the paint might just get everywhere.
Oh
So
my gosh.
trouble.
So no, Danny is right. Like that, and I always tell my clients, first of all, paint is the least expensive way to create a dramatic effect in your room,
Right.
hands down. So if you're looking to update your space in a way and you don't want to spend a lot of money, paint. But that is really true. So if you've ever done this and you've had a specific fabric, right, or a specific paint color, and you go and you're trying to pick out, let's say bedding, you're doing your bedroom, and you have this paint color, and you're going through and you're at a store and you're like looking at all the bedding, and you're like, no, this doesn't match, That's why. Because if you pick the bedding first, and your fabrics, and then lay out your paint samples, you'll find a lot of different hues that you can use in that bedding. So that's why it's always difficult. Some people just do it backwards. They always want to know, what's the paint color? I'm like, what are the fabrics?
Trish,
So
how did
that's
that
how
work
it is.
on HGTV? Were you the actual painter? Like,
Yeah, we did all the work.
oh, come
Really?
on.
Oh no! Well, in that case, go back
Didn't
to your
you have,
HGTV.
like,
Like
backup
since Danny's trying to
carpenters?
take over again,
No, I'm not.
go
I'm
back.
not. I'm
Start.
not.
No. I want to ask about HGTV days. This is very casual. I'm picking on you. You know I love you. But seriously, what was it like working on
Tell us
HGTV and
behind
all
the
the movie
scenes.
magic? Because I might need
Did
to
they
get
ply
some
you
tips.
with alcohol? Was it like Rock of Love?
Yeah.
Were you allowed
They
to
do.
drink?
Wait, were you on Rock of Love
Yes,
too?
we're allowed to drink.
No, we have a friend from Rock of Love. I just said that to entertain Hayden right now.
We like literally it was
Off air.
literally it's reality TV. but it also is, I mean, you did everything. Like, we had to do everything. My season, like, there was no help. Like, there was no phones, there was no nothing. Like, we did everything.
And wait, go back. Will you tell, just in case someone doesn't know that was living under a rock, what was the show that you were on? What season?
Okay, so I was on HGTV Design Star season 3. My season, there was over 100,000 applicants. The 9 of us were chosen, and you know, we just began the season. I came in third. So, came in third. But it was like we did have to do a lot of the work ourselves. I had to, and there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I know now. You know, I had to lay a hardwood floor at my parents' house. It was one of my hometown challenges to do my parents' room, so I had to lay hardwood. I hung drywall. You know, I painted so much. Oh my gosh. But we did all that kind of stuff, and it was nice because now what that does for me is I can appreciate the trades that I work with, right? I appreciate the painters and I appreciate the guys with the who do the hardwood, and I know a little bit about it. I don't like to be an expert in everything like that.
We're not experts.
No, and I don't want to be. Like,
we learn stuff every day.
Yep.
But the worst, I feel like in interior design, there's nothing worse. There's not a bad designer. There's something called an uneducated designer, and that's almost worse than a bad designer. So you can go into some place and I could say, oh yeah, hang this wallpaper over here. Like, okay, are the walls primed? Is this new construction? Like, I need to know the science behind this. And I think you know me too. We've grown up making mistakes, and you have to make the mistakes to become the experts. Yeah. So,
but you allow those people, like the wallpaper installer and the floor, the guy who does the hardwood. I'm like,
why can't you do this in a day?
Like you rely on them. Like,
well, on HGTV, they did it in a day.
And the HGTV, they did it in 30 minutes, too. Like, you went out to dinner and they redid your kitchen.
I always love that you bring up that comment where it's like, yeah, I'm an underwater basket weaver, makes $3 million a year, and my budget is $500,000 first time home. I'm like,
no, the new one.
Why did I get a BA?
There's a new meme going around. It says, husband Joe, $1,200 stimulus check. Wife Jane, $1,200 stimulus check. Budget, $3.8 million.
Like, my daughter just said this to me the other day. Notice, like, they have like these really crazy jobs, but they like their budget is so high.
Yeah. Like, when we first got into our house, I was kind of like, okay, so what are we going to do first? And the more I found out the budget of real life things, I was like, you know, I don't think we will invite people over. We'll just meet them.
I call that personally, when somebody buys a new home and they're not working with a designer, I call it new home hysteria. Yeah. Because they're like, oh my God, I want to change the lighting. I want to change the paint. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then they add up the budget and you're like, oh, I didn't plan on that.
Surprise! Yep. I just had a client say to me today, he was going through the one we're working at, the waterfront condo, and he's like, I'm over budget. I'm like $20,000 over budget. I said,
that's a good thing. Me and you were talking about this when we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm like, Trish, how come you could go over budget and your clients are just like, oh, okay. And my clients are like, why did we go over budget? How do we go over budget?
But I'm not in charge of their budget. So I give them options. He's probably going to kill me because he's probably watching.
Well, on that note, let's see what the questions say. I have another good one from Angela. She asked, what tips do you have for storage in apartments?
Trish?
Oh, storage in apartments. I think the most important thing is buying. You can buy furniture items that have storage in them, right? There are certain beds. Yeah, that have like the drawers underneath that you can do the storage. I think that there's a lot of ottomans that act as storage. You can have vent seating at your kitchen table.
I have the top of an ottoman right now that actually turns into a serving tray.
The multi-purpose furniture helps too.
So hold on, I can't believe I have this.
And they're also going vertical too with a lot of things.
This is also my sock drawer. So my ottoman, I got sick of organizing socks.
Just for the record.
So I got sick of organizing socks, and I just bought 20 pairs of the same exact sock. and I just throw it all in
That's
there.
what I do.
Throw 'em in
That
there.
way, no.
Easy breezy.
Hayden's pulling out props.
But I think
That's
also too,
great.
getting creative in with smaller spaces. I mean, there are manufacturers that do have furniture available for apartments that are designated for storage. So utilizing even like stuff on the walls, utilizing taller bookcases, trying to go floor to ceiling, having closed cabinetry. If you're on a budget, IKEA is a great resource for cabinetry like that with the clothes, because you can build your own cabinetry and you can kind of
That's one way to help wreck a marriage while we're at it too.
What'd you say?
Putting IKEA furniture and being quarantined.
Woo! You don't want to do that. Let's not build
IKEA's
any
closed.
IKEA furniture.
Oh, is it?
No,
You
IKEA
notice-
does have some great options.
No,
They
I love
do,
it.
they
I
do.
mean, I learned very quickly that there's a reason Craigslist exists, because my husband and I, we would fight a lot during the homemaking furniture process. And then
Yeah.
finally I was like, okay, he's not going to read the instructions. Got it. I just need to leave the room and not be around it.
And
Or
with
order it from
IKEA,
Craigslist already
you
made.
have to read the instructions. IKEA, when it says put this screw A into B hole,
Hayden.
like do that.
Come over here.
Because if you don't, there's a reason why, like
Yep.
10 steps later, that you just feel it. And I was on a show, and we used IKEA furniture for a closet, and I was telling the homeowner, please follow the directions. And he says in his interview, he's like, I should totally follow the directions, and I didn't. You know,
Those instructions are hard.
They are.
They
I mean,
are.
I'm
Like,
glad they have
it's
pictures,
like-
but it's still like
Hayden, what do you think about IKEA
you need to have an
furniture in your
engineering
apartment?
degree, or I don't know exactly.
You have an IKEA kitchen.
I have an
So
IKEA
I'm gonna
kitchen.
my
not.
daughter does
I'm
a
not
great job
bashing-
building them.
I'm not bashing.
Well, I mean,
my
there's like
daughter.
complete companies that do that for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Absolutely.
I got my good friend Gene also has a great question. He has several Chagall paintings in my home. They all have shades of light green in them. Should I have them on a wall with contrast, or something they blend into so the painting sticks out more?
Contrast.
Ooh, color theory.
Mm-hmm.
So contrast.
I would say
Contrast. So if you
contrast. I would say
wallpaper,
contrast.
look behind me right now. I mean, obviously my artwork is a little much, but we wallpaper, and wallpaper accentuates artwork. So wall color can also accentuate it as well. So don't be afraid to do wallpaper. But obviously, if you have a painting that's in greens, you want it to be bold. I don't know. Paint the wall. So blue is the complement. Blue would be a complementary color to green. I wouldn't recommend yellow is also a complementary color, but I wouldn't recommend painting your walls yellow. Trish,
No.
thoughts?
No. I agree. I think a contrast color would be good. I also think that, sometimes it depends on the look that you're going for. If you're more modern and you want lighter colors, then it's okay to do a soft white and have that color, that painting stand out on its own. But then I would say let's like kick up the fabrics in the room.
Yeah, you always want to
put it
repeat the
over
color.
a sofa that is like, that would really complement it and give it contrast.
You always want to repeat the color, say that light green color that he brought up. You want to repeat that color in 3 times in the space. Whether it's, I was going to say that. I hate you.
I'm telling you, it's like same
throw
brain.
pillows, accessories, candles. We're the same person.
I
She's the male
know.
version of me. Like, I wish I could just put extensions in and do my nails. And
I'm telling you, I'm trying to become your trio amongst you two. 'Cause you guys are so much fun together that I was just
me and
myself
Trish have
in
been
the
followed
group.
around in Home Goods.
Mhm.
Like, this wasn't, we were just shopping in there when we were in Texas. And this woman kept following us around, but she was like always hanging like 10 feet back. And I'm like, what is going on? And this woman goes, I just love hearing you two talk. It's like I'm watching a TV show, but you two are just so entertaining. And we're like fighting over throw pillows.
I do not
She's like,
doubt
I
it.
want this one. I'm like, no, put that down. That one's ugly.
Oh wait, I gotta shout out Donna because she's saying hello. Yay, I finally
Donna.
made it. Y'all are
Hi,
so
Donna.
funny. And she
Yeah.
says Danny is that's a genius. Talking about your sock drawer.
I know.
And you got more. Oh my god, Danny is so funny. Everybody loves Danny's sense of
I
humor.
know, I'm entertaining. When you hire me, you're
Oh
getting
wait,
like
Gene has more to
design
add
and
to his
comedian all in
question.
one.
So, oh wait, furniture comes with instructions. Okay, maybe that wasn't word to his question. I thought it did. Oh wait, here we go. It did. Okay, traditionalists in this house never wallpaper. So that going back to the Chagall paintings with the green.
Well, hey, you say never wallpaper. I say wallpaper the fuck out of everything. Excuse my French.
Yes, I
But
agree.
listen,
5
we have
o'clock.
Love
we have
wallpaper.
we have not the wallpaper that you're thinking of. I work
Not
with
grandma's
scratch and
wallpaper in 1980s.
yeah,
No,
we
it's not the
scratch
kind
and
that
sniff
builds and has
Like,
wallpaper.
look at this wallpaper behind me.
the
I mean,
what
that's
was
a
it, like all the
wallpaper
ivy print and weirdness?
Yeah, what?
I'm trying to think. You remember back in the day, wallpaper had like all the different weird, like ivy or
Florals. We call them florals.
wine grape.
Floral.
Yes, I'm actually doing a job in Texas, and I was like, this wallpaper is so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
like,
there's so many different papers. I mean, I have like, I just installed in my client's bedroom a beautiful crystal wallpaper. It's just,
Yeah.
it's from
And
Holland,
don't
and
They're
they
like
think
have
about
this
textured
crystal
now
wallpaper.
too. Like you were saying earlier,
wallpaper
like
the
they could feel like
ceiling.
linen almost.
Yeah, don't forget about
There's
the
so
ceiling.
many.
We wallpaper ceilings a lot.
I'm not even
See?
talking
You
about
I saw
ceiling,
you just
but
look
that's
up.
the
Right
one
there.
thing that we want to do really badly that we haven't done because we heard it's such a mess. But I still have popcorn ceilings.
You what?
Oh, that's
Popcorn
that you gotta
ceilings.
knock that down. The knock
Well, it's
down.
not. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing. They're so out that they're in if we're craving texture.
Oh,
Can we?
good. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, can we spray them? We can spray them with something.
Yeah. What? Tell me. For
We can
all the
paint them.
people
We
who
can
still
paint
have.
them. I paint my ceiling. Caviar is my go-to color.
Okay.
It's SW. I want to say 6009, but I
I
speak
love
caviar
caviar.
fluently, and I paint my bedroom ceilings caviar, and it actually gives the illusion of space. And
Mhm.
I have a project going on right now. Painters are allowed to work during quarantine, so don't give me shit.
Mhm.
But my
'Cause they want
wallpaper
a
lady's
full
doing
on
the
coverage.
walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wallpaper lady's hanging the wallpaper, and we took the ceiling to caviar, and it just gives the illusion of space.
Yeah.
I'm going to be posting it later this week on my website. But
I cannot wait.
Trish,
Okay,
what
we
do you
got
think
more
about painted
wallpaper
ceilings?
comments.
Well,
What do you think
I
about
love
dark? What
that.
do
Oh,
you
my
think
friend
about
Danielle
dark
from high
room?
school. She said wallpaper is definitely coming back. That's
Yes.
awesome. Oh, Donna
Yeah.
Mom says hi to everyone.
Hi, Donna.
And oh my gosh, she's making fun. She's mad at me about the popcorn. I knew I should have admitted it the first day of designer week. I'm gonna hear it the whole week.
That
Well,
was my big thing because there's a lot of the knockdown on the walls down here
So
in Florida, and I was thankful when I found this house that it did not have it. That would have been the first thing.
it may or may not scrape off easily. I'm not
Right.
recommending that you do that, but I've seen contractors scrape the popcorn off, and it
Right.
literally comes off really easy. I'm
Okay.
not recommending to do that
Yeah.
because I don't know your house, but you could
It's
test
a
it.
lot of walls, and they're very high, so it's not something we could do ourselves.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well,
I mean, we could barely measure a room, so imagine.
I'm aware.
Not
Oh my
gonna go
goodness.
well. But yeah. Oh, so Danny has another. Danny, you clearly haven't ever sold a house. People look at wallpaper as a negative.
You know
And Dan-
what? The funny thing that people don't know about me.
Mhm.
So go ahead,
Yeah.
finish the question.
Okay,
No,
I'm
no.
almost scared. And Danny, I'm guessing you may be the type that also has mirrors on his ceilings. Oh, two
So,
questions.
so to answer that question, Danny has gone to real estate school, and Danny thinks that wallpaper sells a house, while
Mhm.
a real estate agent will tell you, "Oh, paint everything light, paint everything this." Well, there's an artistry. The average person lives in their home for 7 years, so wallpaper is an art. Hanging it is an art. What we do as designers is an art. So, is it going to sell your house? Not necessarily. It's going to put your house in a boutique market. And we're working with clients that are on a way higher end budget. So the average person, can they hang wallpaper? Yes, you can. And number two, you can get static cling wallpaper now called temp paper. And
Right.
it's very easy. You could move and take it with you. So you don't have to worry about it. And wallpaper technology has advanced so much that when you just get water onto the glue, it releases the wallpaper easily. So the old style wallpaper from the 70s and 80s, no, that's not going to sell your house. The wallpaper that you're getting from Trish Beaudet and Danny fucking Russo, that's going to sell your house.
Absolutely.
I mean, we know what we're doing as designers, and we are working with high-end clientele. And wallpaper has never gone out of style. And it's unfortunate that real estate agents look at it as a bad thing. But
I think
at
it
the end of
depends
the
on the
day,
agent.
they're trying to sell a house. At the end of the day, we are making your home livable, and we're interpreting you, and we bring the person that lives there out and puts it on the walls and into the furniture. So to answer that question, it's like not a valid thing. It's something real estate agents say, and it really annoys me. I try to educate as many real estate agents as I can, but wallpaper is not a bad thing if the real estate agent, number one, knows what it is, and number two, knows how to sell it. So you have to be able to speak about Trish. The wallpaper behind Trish right now is
Well, I
from
must say
Bob
in
Van Hollen.
Gene's in his defense, we live in the South.
Okay,
And
now, so
just
you
go
guys
ahead and
love
imagine
wallpaper.
sometimes here the wallpaper is still from the 60s, 70s, or 80s.
Yeah, that's
Or
not. We
they're
don't
still
do.
doing the borders.
We don't do your grandma's wallpaper.
No, because
So the
when we were
wallpaper
looking
that we
at
speak
houses, I
of,
was shocked that there was even like, where did they even find this kind of wallpaper? Because it was really bad. It looked like the inside of like a Pizza Inn or Pizza Hut, like wanna be Italian, but not.
what's
It
a
was
Pizza
that kind of
Inn?
wallpaper. I'm just gonna keep pretending I didn't hear that, and then
Okay.
you're not aging me, mister.
I
But
don't know what that
I
is.
mean, so it was like for those houses, definitely it was like, yeah, that's too much work to remove that wallpaper. But then in our house, oddly enough, over our maybe I'll post a picture later of it, but over our fireplace, they did like ripped paper wallpaper, and it's got like all this different texture, and it's
Me and you talked
like
about
it
this, and
kind of
I've done
drew
a
me
project
in
like that.
as a reason to buy my home. So I really think it goes down to personal taste. If you have bad taste, it won't matter what your wallpaper is. It's going to be harder to sell because
Well, you're not. I mean,
the
60s,
wrong color.
70s, 80s, 90s wallpaper, like that's not going to sell. I've been hanging
That's not-
wallpaper. I've been doing this for 20 years, and my places that I put wallpaper in that have sold, it's been it added value.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I mean, it's about what the product is. So
Right.
yeah. So that's to answer your question. Sorry if I offended anybody.
No, I know. I'm sure you didn't. He's got very.
Trish, say something to back me up.
He's
I
like,
love wallpaper.
clearly, it's behind me.
I need to step away for a second.
Can you
I'll be right
drywall
back.
over popcorn ceilings?
Say that again.
Can you drywall over top of the popcorn ceiling? Nicole asked that for me. She's looking out for me. That sounds like a lot of work too. I would know. I don't
So
know.
actually, the answer to that question is yes. If you did want to do that cost effectively, you can add a spacer type of device between the drywall and what you're attaching it to. It has to be something flexible so you can get a flat ceiling surface.
Okay.
But I believe that you could, if you wanted to, you could
Thank
drywall
you.
over it. But that's kind of.
I like the idea of painting it, but
I like the texture of it now, to tell you the
yeah,
truth. But I really think what you don't know, because I mean you're Camille, you're into your thing. But as a designer, I really think you could take a scraping knife, and a lot of that you could scrape off, depending on the product depending on the product that was used. That's a lot more work. Make sure you're wearing a mask, which is not available right now. So,
right.
but yeah, drywalling over it would be the easiest and most cost-effective way to correct that problem, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, me and Trish have talked about tiling on top of tile, and I was just at a client's the other day, and we were doing the room, and I pulled back. They had a linoleum floor, and I pulled back the linoleum floor, and I found another linoleum floor underneath it. So
Your
I
linoleum
mean,
has
you
linoleum.
can, yeah, you can do it if you want to be if you're a good DIYer.
No,
Totally
I'm
could
not.
drywall over.
But I'm glad you brought that up. We're gonna put a pin in that DIY part, but
Go
just
ahead.
make sure I have any more questions. Oh, these are more personal comments. Okay, I was just making sure. So speaking of DIYs, what DIYs would you suggest that people maybe a little bit more talented
Budget
than
friendly.
myself, what they could possibly do at home themselves, as opposed to maybe always having to get a designer for. Since we're stuck home and we're probably looking at our place and wanting to change some things, what would be safe for someone in my category, or maybe a little bit more? I'm too scared.
Or, I mean, a DIY. Well,
he's looking at me like your cameras and
there's a lot of. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of
Facebook,
do it yourself. So, I mean, you could do a lot of things, but one of the things that I recently did is I had a client's home that I was working on like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and they had this huge chandelier in their dining room, and they were renovating the entire space, and it was pretty gaudy. It was really gold and gaudy and had all these crystals on it. And I just looked at it and I said, "What are you doing with the chandelier?" He's like, "I'm just getting rid of it." So I took it. Mm-hmm. And what I did, and it's been sitting there, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to do something with it. And I literally hung it outside and took
on the porch.
No, not on the porch, on the palm tree.
Oh, now you're just rubbing it.
Hey, that's kind of hot. That makes me want to go to South Beach.
So wish I was quarantined in Florida right now.
So nice. So what I did is I actually just took black spray paint, and I just went down on it, and it looks amazing. So I'm gonna hang it somewhere in the house. But there's stuff like that you can do. As far as like choosing things, I think that a lot of people say like, why do I need a designer? Like, why? Well, there's a lot of things, especially when you're doing home renovations and you're building a new home. There are some really crucial decisions that you're going to need to make, and those could be costly too. Picking out the wrong flooring, the wrong cabinets, the wrong countertops, like all of those are really costly items. So you don't want to make a mistake on those, right? So I would suggest, hiring a designer to go through and help you with those selections. I know a lot of designers are either all in or all out. Some of us like to work, are willing to do selections and help you with your selection. So it just really depends on the projects. But I think that, having that expert advice of what you want, and even something like, if you're thinking like, well, I could do it, I see pictures. Like I have pictures of this and I have pictures of that. Well, that's not the tile and that's not the cabinet. And you have to like know how to put that all together. So that's what the designer does and helps you with your projects.
How about you, Danny boy? Any suggestions for things people can do at home safely? On my talent
Drink wine.
You're like, call me, I'll fix it.
No, I mean, it's all about space planning. So now's the time to get creative. So if you're stuck at home and you want to redo a room.
Genius is about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. Well,
so he's saying it's all about space planning. So when you're at home, take a look at your space and you can plan out
with
your measurements. Exactly. So a lot of things too, I'll kind of continue on that. You can space plan, to do it yourself is basically use painter's tape. That's a great way to, put painter's tape on the floor and draw out, and like, this is my chair, this is going to be my sofa, and you can space plan that way. That's just gives you a sense of what the furniture is going to feel like in the space and how big it is and what you're looking for the pieces.
All right. That's all right. I'm bringing back. Oh, I can hear you. Oh, I can hear you.
Hold on.
I can see your finger.
Technical issues.
Oh, and on that note, I'm going to move on to some rapid fire questions for you because we've been on more than 30 minutes. It's been 48 minutes with all the in and outs. I don't even know where I'm at on my questions anymore. So we're just going through it. Yeah, let's see. It's coming in. Yeah, hold on. I'm just clicking you in. Now it doesn't want to click you in. It's all good. No, it didn't. Oh. Oddly enough, it won't let me add you in. So Come do it again, whatever you did, and be back. Ooh. It's so weird. It wouldn't let me click on him or anything in that area. So whatever. Well, anyway, yeah, he's back. Hold on. Yay, it's working. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but there he is. We're gonna do some rapid fire questions. Oh,
What
well,
was the last question? I had a good answer for it.
yeah, because you were talking about
Oh, what to do when you're home.
Space planning.
Listen, space planning, space planning, space planning, space planning, space planning, space planning, space planning. I cannot talk about that enough more because that's what dictates the size of sofa you can get if you're buying a new home. So now's the time to play around with your space. Move your furniture around. Your sofa does not have to be facing the TV. It could be off to the side. I'm about to do another segment strictly about space planning and just moving furniture around.
Okay.
And that, like, it's talk about like your home office that we're doing. Your desk should be in front of a window so that you can see things. You never want to have a desk that's facing a wall because that's kind of like just boring. So you want to like experiment with your space, bring in things from another room, change things up, get rid of your tchotchke clutter.
Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, like test things out that you had in one room, move it to another room.
Good time to get rid of some kids' artwork.
Actually, I love kids' artwork.
I'm saying the
So
ones that are
I
broken.
saved all my kids' artwork.
Yeah,
Every
I take
single
it
one
to the
ever.
framer
I
and I'll
went
put
through
it
and
under
was like, I'm
glass.
only saving the ones that she finished.
Do you know why I saved it? And I thought I have a huge bin of all my kids' artwork. And I thought, I want to save this because I thought that would be a really cool thing to frame certain pieces for
In
their
a gallery
children in
wall.
their room on the gallery wall. Like, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Or like taking it and having like
This is like
a
her
wallpaper
drawings
made.
of just like, this is my family. Well, no, that would be cute. But like alphabet here and there, all this letters, like really random, where I can't tell where anything is. I'm like, no, you're not going to keep making me feel stupid.
That's a good
I
thing.
can't
That's
tell
like
the cat is the dog.
asymmetrical.
All
I
right.
don't know.
So,
Kids can be so good at art and not know it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's really
Mhm.
true.
Yeah. Never get rid of your kids' art.
Okay.
I wish my mother saved some of my art.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me onto that because my mom is watching and I'll send her the
I would
therapy
love
bill.
to see what.
I love your mom. I love
She is
your
the
mom.
sweetest, but there's only
We
one
had so
artist
much
allowed in
fun.
her
Let's
house.
talk about real quick how we all met. We were all at a bar in this furniture showroom. We weren't out in a bar. Like when we go to High Point Market, there's always
Every room has a
hospitality
bar.
and they have bars. And we're just sitting there and I'm
Hanging
like,
out.
Camille was there and I'm like, hey. And we just started talking. Her mom was there. Me and Trish were like, what are we doing in here?
It was
Like,
in Curry
they're
and
out of
Company.
alcohol.
We were in Curry and Company,
Or was
right?
it
No, we were in,
no, it was zero.
we were in Zao.
Zao. I still don't know how to
Was
pronounce
it Zao? Was that the first one we met at? Zao?
Yes.
Oh, maybe
it. We
it
went to
was,
Curry
yeah.
Company afterwards.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Yes.
We had fun.
Oh, my
We
mom.
always have fun.
Hi. Yeah, we had a lot of
Hi,
fun.
Mom.
She's a lot.
Hi, Mom. Miss you.
That's the reason why I go because my mom is an artist and we co-own an art gallery, so we go there for inspiration to look at what trends are coming and what's going on with artwork, which we're learning a lot lately. So new things coming soon. Anyway,
We're gonna have some COVID
we're gonna do
art.
some rapid fire questions.
Go.
Okay, so you ready? Just answer the first word that comes to your mind or sentence. High Point Furniture Market.
Amazing. Fun.
I was gonna say like just the walking.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh,
I bought
shoes.
High Point shoes. Can you see them?
That is
Sore
my
feet.
favorite High Point Market. Only
Adam Jabko will be happy because he always teases me because I always wear my big black shoes and sometimes I wear my Gucci fur shoes. And Trish can educate you on what Gucci fur smells like after market.
I have a feeling it doesn't smell luxurious, which is
No, they were kangaroo.
No, it doesn't.
bringing back some memories. I think my husband's when we were dating, he had Gucci sneakers that we would just leave on the patio, and I was hoping somebody would steal them.
Yeah.
They don't.
Danny's.
Well,
Danny always has
now for
pictures.
you, Miss Trish, High Point Furniture Market.
For me, just again, I don't know. I'm just stuck on the sore feet, but no, I think inspiration.
Now, don't let her fool you
So
on
you're
the
saying
sore
you like
feet
the virtual
because
party
she's walking.
better.
Trish is walking around High Point Market in
And
6-inch
heels.
heels,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
she
but they
never
look
takes them
good.
off. And I'm
And
like,
you make
how
it
are
look
you
good
doing
and not
that?
painful at all. I think you were the one that told me about the inserts.
Yeah, I'm gelling.
That's what she's doing.
Jennifer Farrell has a good secret. She
Oh.
sprays her feet with I don't know, lidocaine or some like kind of pain reliever or pain number.
I don't
But
do that.
yes, she does. Ask her
I
about it.
don't.
She
Yeah.
because
Totally gonna ask
then
her
when
'cause
she doesn't have to be on camera, she takes her heels off immediately and she's wearing Uggs.
Mhm.
See, these are the things they don't teach you, or
Mhm.
not having sisters. I definitely didn't learn any. Okay, well, next question. I'm so caught up on the lidocaine spray. Designers you admire. No pressure, Donna. In the
Ooh, Camille Russo.
Trish Beaudet.
Oh, besides
My favorite's Martin Lawrence Boulard.
Mine too.
But I like seeing my other design friends' work. I love seeing Trish's work. We have a group. We have private groups on Facebook, and
Mhm.
there are designers from all ages, all different education levels, all different career levels, and I get really inspired by seeing their work. And I like everybody, oh, so and so you copied this, so and so you copied that, so and so copied that. Like I don't get caught up in that. I think there's not much original these days, but it's about how you use it. So I love seeing all the other designers, the younger designers. Trish, what was the two cute girls we met that we know? They interviewed us at KBIS.
the student
From
perspective.
the student
Oh, the student's
perspective.
perspective.
Yeah,
I
Hi,
love
girls,
those
if you're
I
girls.
watching.
love seeing students
Yeah.
grow.
Shout out to
And
Stephen
I
Garson
don't look at
and his
the
group.
thing that clicks with me and Trish. We're from a new generation of interior design where we don't compete with each other. Like, and I don't compete with any local designers because I am me. If you don't like me, call somebody else. If you interview me for a go-see and you don't hire me, I will give you another designer's number. I don't like competing.
I like that.
But
There's
we
more
work.
of a camaraderie between interior designers now than there ever was before. Like
Yes,
we're
and before
all
nobody would talk to anybody and they'd be super secretive. But now I can call somebody up and be like, hey, I need this mirror. Where can I get it? And these older designers, I'm not trying to stereotype them, but the older designers, they weren't used to that. They were all closed off, not interacting with anybody. And having a good connection and a good network of people really will grow your business and really will grow your talent. So my inspiration does come from other designers, and I get inspiration anywhere. I could look at a trash can and get inspiration. I almost decorated my Christmas tree last year with White Claw cans that were crushed, and that was a little too much. So that was a design fail for me.
Well, when you're creative,
And
you're
I didn't do
always
it.
creative. You can't turn it off, I don't think.
No.
So what
That's
about
right.
you, Trish? Who's your designer you admire? I know you mentioned.
I like Martin Lawrence. I do. I love his designs. One of the things that being in quarantine, I've been doing just some online, like looking at some of the master classes.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and those are really fun. And I've been watching Cody Worthler's series. I'm not into her design aesthetic, like her designs in some of the houses that she does. But what I love about listening to her is her approach to design and how
Who
she
was it? I
designs.
missed the name. Who did you
Kelly
say?
Worthler.
Oh, I
Kelly
love
Worthler.
Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a big inspiration. I love that she's a weirdo. She can do
she does crazy things.
I'm
And
gonna
I
have to
love
look
that
her up.
she
I
does
know
that.
who she is.
But I love that so I've been watching some of her master classes, and I love how she finds some of her design inspirations, and I love how her process of designing a space is. And so, she's just a great teacher.
Well, I
I did a
want to be
wallpaper
mindful
job
because
with
we're
her
almost
paper.
at an hour, but I just wanted to check with you guys and make sure we got this information before we went over an hour. Is there anywhere that people can follow you guys, get your social media? Are you on Pinterest? Maybe they can follow your
I'm
board.
very discreet. I don't do social media. I am not
Speaking of swamplands, I can tell. Speaking of real estate.
Can I have
I'm
that?
surprised you don't have any like logos on, flashing lights. Halloween
I am
here.
very discreet. I try to stay under the radar.
Only
If you
because
can
it's
follow
in
me
black
at Danny
doesn't make
Russo.
it discreet. Oh my
So
gosh,
Fred
all wearing black.
came out. Fred's my husband. You guys don't know him. He doesn't like to be on camera or do anything. But Fred came out the other day and he goes, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Jerry Lewis Flip Out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, Jerry Lewis Flip Out. And I'm like, are you talking about Jeff Lewis flipping out?
Bravo. I love that show, by the way. Well, when it used to be
Well,
on
that's
air.
my life. That's my life. But yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God.
very discreet. You might see me wearing myself.
Yay! I have that shirt.
Danny loves Danny.
Um,
No, so I have Instagram and Facebook. So Cashmere and Vine on Facebook, Cashmere and Vine by Trish Beaudet on Instagram. Those are my
Trish, we need a
business
group
ones.
Instagram of just like me and you.
Oh, okay, Danny and Trish
We-
Instagram.
Hayden,
Yeah.
can you make me
Hayden,
and
get
Trish
on
an
there, please.
Instagram?
Where's Heather?
You both
Heather
make
Newell.
Instagram
Where's Heather
together.
Newell?
Hayden's over here
Like,
running
can
the
I just
scenes in the
see
background.
the fly on
Look,
the
you're on
wall
TV right
of
now.
that group?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wave. That's
Okay.
Hayden. He's gonna make Instagram. He makes Danny happen.
I call him Robin.
What's up,
We
Robin?
Make me an
ROBYN,
admin,
like the
Hayden.
singer.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Put my name first, though.
I don't think there's any more questions. I just want to make sure I went over those just to be safe. Yeah, none of them. Yeah, we went over all of those because I didn't want to risk, since it's right at an hour now, I didn't want to miss anything. Oh, Donna does say hi to Fred and Hayden.
Hi,
And
Donna.
so brokenhearted that it's
Fred's obsessed with Donna Moss. Hayden's
Donna's
obsessed with
fabulous.
Donna Moss.
Yes.
I mean, she's the queen of
Not
blame.
Donna.
Let's be honest.
And
But
she
Queen
is.
of Blame.
She sure is.
I'm still like, I remember, because did you guys do a tile
Show
treatment as
home?
well with
A what?
Donna Moss? I can't remember all the different designers that did like.
We did a show house with Donna Moss.
We did a show
Anna
house.
Foley.
Yeah, best of show.
It was the tile. She did like the waterfall tile.
Oh, mosaics.
Oh,
She did a
she
mosaic.
did the mosaic. Yeah, with the Cohen brothers.
I'm like, they changed their name, so it's not Elegant Mosaics anymore.
Unique
Like,
design solutions.
Unique design
They
solution.
have lots of great texture
Yeah.
tile. And
They
your
do.
wardrobe
They
Wall
have
with
tile.
them
great
as well?
What?
Did you guys do a design wall with them as well, or a textured wall?
No, Barry
Oh, well, you
Livingstone. We're just the talking heads. We're like the CNN pundits of interior
We
design.
wanted to.
Well,
I
I'll
think
make
it would have
sure
been
I
really
bring
cool
that
design.
up Friday.
No,
with-
Rachel did, and then Donna.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Rachel.
remember
Barry
Donna,
has
I
one. I
can't
talked to
remember who else
Barry the
was
other
there.
night. He's in LA. He's gonna be.
I love Barry.
Yeah, I miss Barry.
I miss we miss the team. See, when we go to High Point, this is what
Yeah,
design
it's our
Barry
group,
is.
our core group.
It's-
I miss. That's what I
we
miss.
go. We were working. We have this to look at. We have different showrooms that we're looking at, different products, and then in the evening, there's all these parties in the showrooms, and we all conjugate, and we all say like, we're going to Four Hands tonight, or we're going to Surya tonight, and we all just meet up and just have a wonderful time catching up.
It's our
and-
design family.
Yeah, and then we talk about things that we've seen, like, oh my gosh, were you in this showroom? And did you see this? And no, where was that? And we just, we
I
bounce
feel like we're the
stuff.
bad kids of interior design because we walk into a showroom and me personally, I'm like, do you have vodka? Is there vodka here? And they're like, no. And I'm like, bye. So-
We constantly we go through shows. I've never drank so much. Like literally, we walk in showrooms and we got a champagne glass or something.
What was
yeah.
I can't.
But, I mean,
I'm
we get
blanking on his
spoiled. They
on
treat
the
us
name
very
now,
well.
but he had cupcakes, and I was like, "We'll stay for cupcakes."
No,
That's all I cook for you.
Jimmy
Jimmy
DeSantis.
DeSantis. No.
I wanted to see like his showroom.
Oh, Jimmy DeSantis?
It was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I wanted
He makes the
Jimmy
dog
every
so
color.
close.
It. I mean,
Yes,
it just
James by Jimmy.
it screams Vegas showroom Baudet or some. I don't know what the right term.
Love
for
it.
Like, that's my dream role is to have.
We had so much fun. You should have been in
His
Vegas.
showroom.
Yeah.
His showrooms are so his show spaces are so well thought out and put together, and they're just
We're
it's
talking
a
about Jimmy on the
visual
first floor, right?
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a visual like
Jimmy Drew the Rest.
eye candy. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's
Guess
gorgeous.
what
I
color his
love
walls are?
They're black. Caviar.
caviar.
Excuse me. It's funny, when I was trying to spell out your name, I kept writing caviar instead of cashmere. I'm like, Danny's in my head. Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Last question. Trends you want to see more of, trends you hope die. I always love your answer to this.
Let's say on 1, 2, 3, we're gonna say the one we want to see die. 1, 2, 3.
Farmhouse. Oh, I was gonna say shiplap, but then I was like, farmhouse is what you said last.
Yeah, let's not do farmhouse. We're like,
unless you live on an actual farm and you're farming your land with actual like farm animals.
Yeah.
Like I was in a showroom the other day and this barn door, and I'm like, no. I'm like, there's no reason for barn doors. We do pocket
barn doors. I don't like them anyway.
No, barn doors are done. Farmhouse is done. I want to see more of Art Deco. Trish, what do you want to see?
Oh yeah, like I think it would be really cool, and I was really excited that some of the designers were coming out with some lines this for spring market, more of like a 1980s Miami like Art Deco revival. And
Art Deco meets Miami 80s. That's what it.
Yeah,
that's
like I think
that makes me think of my new desk.
That would be pretty cool to see some of these stuff.
That's what we should do.
Wait,
I wish I could find my makeup so I don't look so shiny.
Oh my gosh, that's not the reason why you look shiny. It's because you've been running around trying to find your camera and your lights and your audio. You've been a busy boy, and I cannot thank you guys enough for being on my show this week with me. Kick off.
Thank you for having us. I love you guys. I miss you.
I love you. Miss you. We'll talk soon off air, of course. Yeah, I have so many more questions for you. And I need your expertise all the time. Oh wait, I want to make sure. Donna's last thing she want to say. That's what I miss most is this design community at markets. Always a party. Trish, I still loved your pole dancing in LV.
Wait.
Tim DeSanto, Patty the dog.
Trish, are you still looking?
Why?
Oh wait, there was a party I missed.
Or this is gonna have to
okay, wait. Can I just? Is that a part 2? Because I could explain that really fast.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
This was after the drunken history of design.
I was there, and then I went to bed.
I know.
And you went pole dancing.
So we had like we were in excess, and Donna's husband's like, I dare you to go up on the little pole thing, and I'm like, because I did like what 15 shots in an hour.
Whoa.
With the drunken history of design. So
I'm surprised Aiden was still standing long enough to do the pole dancing, and that you were coordinated enough not to fall off the pole.
I can't believe how she works her heels. Like you girls that are walking around market in 6-inch stilettos, like I'm impressed.
So am I.
And she doesn't even take them off. And then I wear like nice big, they look comfy, but they're really not. Yeah. But I had blisters after last market. You remember? You had to take care of me. There were Cheetos, Doritos, and lots of Fritos.
I don't even any of those things. I need to hear more about this party. Yeah, next time I'm just gonna have to do it overnight, even though it's like an hour from my house. I'm just gonna have to get a hotel and hang out. So much
October. Hopefully, we're all back and we'll be at market in October.
Hopefully.
Whenever they get a vaccine, that's when I'll be back.
But make sure you guys visit danielhome.com.
Oh, absolutely.
And Hayden, what's our Instagram? Because we have some big things coming up. Trish will be in town in Columbus. I know for sure. She doesn't know it yet.
Oh, yeah. When's your show? Have they set a date yet for your new show that you guys have together at Home Design TV?
What are we doing?
Daniel Russo Home.
Your new TV show that you guys are hosting together. Have they given you guys a date yet?
I don't know. I think you're going to find that information out when you interview Donna tomorrow.
Do we have a date on that?
Donna?
Paging Donna Moss. Houston, we have a problem.
we filmed. It was back show. We finished filming last July.
Okay.
So it's almost been a year. So
we're on season 2 though. So season 2 wasn't supposed to launch. We'll see. I think season 1's out, but follow. It's HD. You can find it on Instagram, HDTV, but it's hdtelevision.com. Okay. That stands for Home Design Television.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know what high definition television is.
Like I'm waiting for it to come out.
She's gonna update us on Thursday.
Good. But yeah,
Yay!
follow Daniel Russo Home on Instagram. I have some big announcements coming up.
Are you pregnant?
Do you
Why
think
do you
I would
spoil
have a
everything?
kid?
Just kidding.
Like, if I did have a kid, I would send it to boarding school. First, I'd have a nanny. Then I would send it to boarding school. I'd bring it back when it was trained to cook
I
and
love it calling
clean.
it.
I'd be a bad parent. I can't even find the dog right now. Or so.
Speaking of which, on that note,
Okay.
thank you guys again so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We love you.
I love you. Hope you win.
Love you too. Yeah.
Love your hair.
Hope you win.
I can't wait. All right. Well, we'll
See you
talk again
guys.
soon.
All
Thank
right.
you again so
Hope we
much.
set the bar high for Design Week with Camille.
I'm telling you, less is more.
Bitches, you
Keep
better
it simple.
get more entertaining than us.
Oh, good luck.
Kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Thank you, Facebook Live peeps, for watching and putting up with our
Thank you
shenanigans.
guys so much.
No, that was fun. I love these. I love. Now you can see why I go to High Point Furniture Market every freaking year, every season. It's so much fun. Not only do you get to see beautiful things everywhere, I call them things because there's furniture, there's accessories, there's everything, but also the people there. They're so loving and open, and they're there to help. So I just love going. And as you can see, they're very entertaining.
And she love me when I'm in it, and she never be pretending. Nothing is friend. She gon' tell you what she bought.